Ooh, thank you. I just wanted to start off with my quick magic trick, just because I usually do this at the.
He did it. Where'd that
Whoa!
come from?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that's usually how I start the magic in the videos. So,
And one of the things that you've been trying to do on these ghost investigations is bring elements of magic into it. Now, in my head, like I'm imagining you in the middle of a room, like, pick a card, any card. Um, it's might not be that, probably not that. So one, how are you doing that? And two, what are you hoping to accomplish by bringing magic into ghost investigations?
well, to be honest, like the very beginning of our like whole endeavor to jump into it, type of a thing, I wanted to bring magic into it somehow, just to like separate myself from other ghost hunters and maybe bring something different that the ghosts haven't seen before. And so I was like, I could bring some magic, and so it is actually difficult to find good tricks to do on camera as well as for the ghosts. So to make sense, like sometimes you can do a card trick. You just kind of have the camera person maybe call out stop, and then the ghost will remember the card, type of a thing. But other times, I do more like visual type stuff, I guess, where I take like a big box and I was at I was at a jail with John Dillinger. He was held up there for a little while and stuff, and there was some deaths that took place there. So I took like this big box, clear like plexiglass box, and it was like it was for a trick where I was just like, "Hey, it's any bank robbers here," and then and then like a ton of money. So then you go and try to get them to react to it. Either go touch the REM pod if you like the magic trick, or tap the bell a couple times, or like use the rods, the dowsing rods or something like that to let us know. And usually they'll give us a good answer, but lately it's been like 50-50 if they like it or not. So, or if they were even watching.
You're getting shut out by the ghosts.
Yeah, it's pretty rough sometimes. It's just silence for like a good minute, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, if it brings you any comfort, there's usually a lot of silence in ghost hunting.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I don't think it's really a reflection on how well your magic's going. I think it's just the nature of the beast, ghost hunting in general.
Yeah, luckily the people in the comments enjoy the magic, so that works out.
There's one trick that if you can figure it out, you'll become the biggest paranormal YouTube star in the history of paranormal. And it goes like this.
Let's hear it.
It goes like this. You come up with like a magic word or whatever. And like when I say this magical word, you're going to appear. Abracadaghostus. And if you can get that ghost to appear,
yeah,
like that's the one you got to figure out, man. I'm telling you right now. You figure that
would be pretty sick.
Yeah. I can't really help you out with that one though. I don't know that I've tried it using magic, but I definitely.
Well, if you think of a way, you let me know.
Screw you. If I think of a way, I'm doing it myself. I'm taking the credit.
No,
I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to do it like I'm Tim Nealon. Watch this. Poof.
I'm going to be all up in the comments. I taught him.
Yeah, sure you are. And I'm going to bring the receipts. I'm just going to take credit for everything you do from now on because of that. I'm totally not. I'm just fucking with you. So, aside from magic, one of the things that often gets associated with magic is kind of like, the mental tricks, right? Supposedly magicians can read your mind and, all that kind of stuff. You know that stuff before. Maybe there's an angle there because a lot of people think that ghosts can, I don't think read your mind is the right way of putting it, but because everything is energy, there is a lot of people in the paranormal field, or at least some, that believe that ghosts can almost know what you're thinking. Like, have you ever thought about that? Where it's like, I'm gonna write something, and then I'm gonna, show it to the camera and then burn it and think about it and maybe get the ghost to say it as an EVP or something. I don't know.
That's a cool idea. Yeah, so there was something recently. We went to the Bell Mansion. It's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's closed down now, unfortunately. I think the theater behind them bought it. But we went there a couple months ago, and it's not exactly like that, but it's similar. So my friend Mikey, he was upstairs in like the embalming room, like 2 floors up. And then I was downstairs in the basement, and we both recorded ourselves doing our solo stuff, And so we were just doing fun stuff with the camera. And he was upstairs laying down on a table with like a blindfold and they're like noise amplifying headphones. They're called lucid headphones. So you can like hear more in the room. So he was just laying there kind of shouting out whatever he heard, like footsteps or whatever. And I was downstairs and I said, so if there's any spirits here, can you please go upstairs and tell this number to Mikey? And so I held up the number 3. I never said it out loud or anything. And so it's so crazy because around that time, he was also like, can you tell me what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10. And it was so weird that he said that because I said the number thing downstairs. And so he eventually said, I think I just heard 3. And then he, like 2 seconds later, he's like, you're wrong, but nice try or something like that.
Little did
and
he
then
know.
Later, I walked up there and I told him, and dude, he started crying. Like it was so emotional, like because he was like, there's no fucking way. Like how would they do that type of a thing, And I was like, I don't know.
If you enjoyed this clip from the Ghost City podcast, be sure to check out the full episode right here on the Ghost City Tours YouTube page. Subscribe to our channel for new spooky content every week.